The alarm blared across the Xylosian cruiser Starward Accord, a shrill, pulsing shriek reserved for bioweapon exposure or catastrophic hull breaches. In Medbay Gamma, Science Officer Isabella's six-fingered hands flew over the diagnostic console, her iridescent eyes wide with alarm. "He's been poisoned," she announced, voice trembling. "Compound Delta-9 neurotoxin, illegal under galactic concordance, lethal to 98% of oxygen breathers within 6 minutes." Across the bridge, Commander Vrel barked orders. "Seal Deck 4, get the human to Medbay now." Matthias, human, unarmed, and still clutching a half-eaten nutrient bar, was dragged from the mess hall by 2 armored Qatari guards. He blinked, confused, as med drones swarmed him with bioscanners. On the monitors, toxin levels spiked into the red. "He ingested it 3 minutes ago," Isabella confirmed, heart pounding in her triple-chambered chest. "His vitals are already destabilizing. Administer antitoxin Zeta-7 now." But as the medics rushed to prep the injection, Matthias straightened his rumpled uniform, scratched his stubbled chin, and said, Guys? I'm fine." "He's delirious," Isabella whispered to the chief medic. "Neurotoxin-induced hallucination phase has begun." Yet Matthias didn't collapse. His pulse remained steady. His pupils reacted normally. And then he smiled. "Actually," he said, "that synth coffee in the mess is pretty good. Strong. Needed a pick-me-up after decoding that Zenthari distress signal." He patted his pockets. "Mind if I grab another cup?" Silence fell over Medbay. Isabella stared at the bio readouts. The Delta-9 levels were still off the charts, enough to liquefy a Grathian's nervous system. Yet Matthias stood there, relaxed, even bored. "You consumed Delta-9, she said slowly. "Yeah? Tasted like bitter almonds. Nasty, but not poison nasty." Isabella's mind raced. Humans were classified as Tier 3 biologicals, fragile, short-lived, and highly susceptible to xenotoxins. They required filtered air, regulated temperature, even processed food. Yet here stood one, immune to a substance that could drop a battle-hardened rule warrior in seconds. She ran another scan, then another. "His cells, they're metabolizing the toxin," she murmured, disbelief cracking her voice. "Not resisting it, consuming it, converting it into harmless byproducts." The medics exchanged glances. Commander Vrel entered, brow ridges furrowed. "Status?" Isabella turned, eyes gleaming with scientific awe. "Commander, the human isn't poisoned. He's immune." Vrel scoffed. "Impossible. Delta-9 unravels neural peptides at the molecular level." "Then his biology rewrites the rules," Isabella shot back. She stepped closer to Matthias, who was now sipping coffee from a bulbous Xylosian mug, steam curling around his face. "Do you feel anything unusual?" Matthias shrugged, little buzzed, like 2 espressos and a Red Bull back on Earth. Isabella's species had mapped 1,000 worlds, engineered bioshields, and tamed stellar flares, but never encountered a life form that treated a class-sick neurotoxin like a stimulant. Later in the lab, she reviewed human data files. Earth's history was a tapestry of plagues, pollutants, radiation, and chemical warfare. Humans hadn't just survived, they'd adapted. Their immune systems were battle-scarred veterans, hardened by millennia of exposure to every toxin nature and industry could invent. While other species evolved in pristine biospheres, humans had thrived in concrete jungles, oil-slicked oceans, and cities choked with smog. They'd eaten lead-painted toys, breathed asbestos, and drank water laced with heavy metals. And somehow their descendants kept walking, talking, and drinking coffee like it was water. Isabella finally understood. Humans weren't fragile. They were forged. The next day, during a diplomatic summit with the insectoid Mir, tensions flared when a Mir envoy accidentally released a nerve agent into the negotiation chamber. The Xylosians gasped, sealing their breath filters. Matthias, seated calmly at the human delegation table, didn't flinch. He took a slow sip of coffee, human coffee, black and steaming, and sighed. "Tastes better than the toxin," he remarked. The mere envoy froze. Their compound was undetectable, untraceable, and supposed to drop organic life in seconds. Isabella watched from the observation deck, pride swelling in her chest. She activated the ship-wide comm. "All decks, this is Science Officer Isabella. Update species profile for Homo sapiens. Reclassify from Tier 3 to Apex Adaptive." In the hallway outside Med Bay, Matthias walked back from the mess, coffee in hand, utterly unaware he'd just rewritten humanity's place in the galactic hierarchy. Isabella smiled. They thought they were saving him from poison. They didn't realize he was the antidote.